Hi everyone, it's Anna here. I'd like to talk today about why you might go and see a shaman, how it might help you. Shamanism in Peru, which is where my mentor, the various shamans that I work with are based, is 20,000 years old. So my lineage is very, very ancient. And at first glance, one might think something that is that ancient can't possibly be relevant to the 21st century and the challenges and pressures that we face living in such a fast-paced capitalist society. Actually, the fact that these traditions have persisted for so long is testimony to the fact they work. Human beings aren't stupid. So if there wasn't anything in shamanism, these techniques would have died out many, many generations ago. Secondly, a lot of my clients come to me after an extended period of working with a therapist. Talking therapies are fantastic in bringing self-awareness to a problem and enabling us to take responsibility for our own behavioural patterns and dynamics that might contribute to the challenges that we face. However, there is a gap between self-awareness and coming to a point of acceptance and inner peace over the original challenge. Shamanism plugs that gap. It provides the bridge to get from taking responsibility to actually being able to embrace life again with a greater sense of confidence and peace. How? Shamans work with energy. I said this in a previous vlog. Einstein concluded everything's energy. That's all there is to it. This is not philosophy. This is physics. So energy is the building block of life, and it is also the building block of a thought and an emotion. Because shamans view any thought, any emotion as energy, it takes the heat away from a situation. So if you're angry, sad, or we're going through grief, or we feel anxious, irritable, depressed, have lost our mojo, all of the things that are part and parcel of life, the shamanic approach doesn't pathologize those things and think, whoa, there's a big problem here. It's just part of the energetic flow. In viewing thoughts and emotions as energy and moving them as energy, shamanic work is very quick and very potent. So no clients come to me and work with me for extended periods of time, week after week, month after month. More normally, a client might come to a weekend workshop and then I might check in with them 3 months, 4 months afterwards. Very commonly, the problem that pushed them to come and see me in the first place they'll be feeling very differently about it. Sometimes a client might choose to come to one of my signature retreat programs. They're 5 days, 5 nights. Again, that work each day cumulatively building on the previous day will be sufficient to take a client from self-realization, or if they've not been through therapy, having a challenge, not maybe identifying where it comes from, but just knowing they don't feel on top, to feeling resolved, reconnected to inner confidence, clarity, and inner peace. And after a retreat, I wouldn't expect to see a client again for some considerable time, and maybe I wouldn't need to see them at all. Thirdly, tapping into this, I think the great appeal of shamanic work is that it's non-didactic. It leaves you empowered and in the driving seat. It's not creating a dependent relationship. And it really approaches life through the prism of energy. So it's not pathologizing anything and labeling you as one thing or another and, oh my gosh, this terrible thing has happened. It's very practical, very tangible in its approach. We've been hit by this curveball. Let's release the thoughts and emotions we have about this curveball to get you back on track so that you can live in the way you choose, more engaged, with more fulfillment. And as a result of those things, you can pay forward to your circle in a much more impactful, joyous, magnificent way.